Everything you are eating today or spending today is the fruits of your previous focus. The fruits of your previous focus. Students who don't focus in school fail exams. And when you fail exams, you see it kumberuko that you pay the price. Because the people you went to school with, were in the same class with, will have better jobs. Let's talk about job market. They automatically have got better jobs. And if you don't focus today, you will cry foul tomorrow. Results of focus are not immediate. That's why many can lose focus and think it didn't affect them. The money you are spending today, you didn't make it today. Huh? You made it in a certain season of focus. Focus is what turns quotations into profit. Here's the problem. We get excited about inquiries. We get excited about them. An inquiry is not a deal closed. You're going to now require focusing on that deal to close the deal. You're going to require focusing on that customer. You have many customers, but you need to know the ones to whom to direct your focus. Write that down. You need now the wisdom to decide what to focus on at this time. You can't focus on everything. You put your focus on one thing at a time. To focus, you have to have goals. So when I wake up out of bed on a Friday morning or a Thursday morning, do I have a goal? Write this down. To score, you need focus. Those are not the kind of goals you scored by chance. You had to be very focused at a particular moment. Now, imagine if your whole life you were that focused, the way you are focused when you want to score that goal. How many goals would you score if you are focused? You see, we have too many chancers in the kingdom who are hoping to score by tongues. Tongues will allow you to open up to divine wisdom as to what to focus on. But you are going to need to know what to put your attention on. You can't put your attention on 20 things. The devil fights our focus because the devil knows that focus is the womb of accomplishment. Limited focus, limited accomplishment. Success is impossible without focus. Loss of focus equals to losses. You will lose things if you lose focus. Loss of focus will make you drop the ball. So, this is the $1 million question. Write this down. How long can you focus for? Being focused is doing what you said you would do when you do it. You said you do this by this time. If you are focused, you will accomplish the goal. How do you know you're not focused? You keep postponing things. Wake up with an agenda. Your things to do list should be there the night before. That shows you're focused. People who are not focused have always got excuses. They can tell you 20 reasons why they didn't do it. So you must train yourself to pay attention for a long time. Train yourself. Pray for a sound mind. A sound mind. Somebody say, I must increase my focus. How do I increase my focus? I must take stock of my day. What did I achieve today? So, write this down. The devil will give you other things to focus on so you don't stay focused on your real goal. So, many people are poor today because of broken focus. In your day of harvest, remain focused. Stay focused until you finish collecting your harvest. So, you've got to keep your mind on your assignment. Don't be easily distracted. You start and stop doing productive things. If you can't be focused, you can't succeed. The Lord said to me, when what you are doing is critical, I require a higher level of focus. I wish you would get that. I wish. Because the things you are doing are of a high value. High value transactions require high level of focus. Do you know one of the most critical words in the school of focus is no. You can't say no. That's your problem. Train the people around you that they are dealing with a focused individual. Listen to me. Don't think about tomorrow when you are in today. You can lose focus thinking about the future. There's a place to think of the future. Don't you know to be in the moment? You've got to be in the moment. If you're in a meeting, you're in a meeting. You could be here in this class, you're thinking of what to eat after this class. The difference between a promoted individual and one who's not promoted is one word: focus. Focus. Do you lose spiritual focus? A person who's not focused, watch this, they require to be pushed all the time. You must learn to be a self-starter. If you're spiritually focused, you know when to fast by yourself. If you've never gone on a personal fast, it's not going to church, you're not focused spiritually. If you're focused spiritually, God must tell you, my son, daughter, fast. Fast, there's something ahead. There's something ahead. Please write this down. Fight to remain focused. Wrong friends will make you lose focus. Please write that down. If you are losing focus a lot, take your new association. Because if you change your friends, you change your focus. You have people around you who constantly push you to a place of focus. Purpose of church and mentorship is to keep you focused. So as a pastor, it's my job. I've got to keep you focused. I've got to keep reminding you of the promises of God. I've got to keep reminding you of the consequences of sin so I can keep you focused. Do you understand? Fulfilling my destiny is impossible without focus. I must train myself to remain focused. To remain focused, forget past victories and keep your mind on future possible victories. Look ahead. Somebody say look ahead. Say look ahead. If you don't have the ability to look ahead, you will lose focus. Be careful of discouraging times, because that's also another way that the devil makes you lose focus. Because you can throw away the baby with the water. Just a bit of water has gotten onto your boat. You say, hey, why is the water here? So I'm drowning. Don't drown. Hello? Just take something and scoop that water out, throw it back into the sea or into the river, and stay focused on the journey. Are you understanding me? Listen to what Paul said. We are hard pressed, but we are not crushed. So, you see, greatness is the ability to stay focused during hard times. Greatness is the ability to do what? To stay focused during what? During hard times. That's the difference between a person who's great and a person who's average. A person who's average will focus on the trouble. What would you do in my position? Hello? When you face a difficult time, am I helping anybody? When you face a difficult time, how you react depends on your perspective. The glass can be half, but to you, is it half full or half empty? Perspective. Half full. I still have half. Half empty. Can you see? It's the same thing, but it's a matter of what? Perspective. So teach yourself to have a positive perspective on things. It will help you to remain focused. Don't allow other people to take away your focus. You worry too much about what's going on next door. It's a way of losing focus. You know what the Lord said to me? He said, I will never reward you for running someone else's race. God will never reward you for running somebody else's race. No matter how well you run it, it's not your race. Many problems we face are just there to take away our focus. Can I prove this to you? Because there are problems that just go away on their own. Do you know that? There are some things that can happen and just take care of themselves. Not all problems, but there's just some things. But it came to take your mind away from your assignment. Write this down. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Because this thing, you are being disqualified. You are changing lanes. Today you are running in your lane. Tomorrow you are running in Isabel's lane. Then you are in Noah's lane. I would rather be a great sergeant than a poor general. Maybe in your lane you are not supposed to be a general. So do what you are supposed to do well. Maybe you are supposed to be a very good man in a second position. Not everyone is supposed to be a CEO. Because maybe God did not give you the gift to think on that level. But on the level where you are at, do it with excellence. Maybe you're supposed to just be a manager. Manage well. Don't covet somebody else's gift. This is where I'm going. Don't covet what somebody else is doing, because it will make you lose focus. Can I tell you something? Write this down. Jealousy is a proof of loss of focus. You've lost focus. Now you're focusing on other people's blessings. And now you get into trouble with God. Hey, why is Rukfamba? Why are they now on that level? You are now questioning the heavens. That's jealousy. Jealousy will put you out of the will of God. Jealousy will make you lose focus. You know what jealousy does, Tendai? Jealousy will make you belittle what God has done for you. You start to magnify what God has done for someone else and belittle what God has done for you. Very dangerous. I must stay focused. I must stay focused. We have men's meetings. I tell them, guys, when you travel on business, don't lose focus. Wapedza meeting meme akonozotanga kumira mu lobby. Mu lobby. Hey! You will see things in the lobby. Get in your room. Look at the pillow and see how good it is and say, pillow, I need you to arrest my attention. Use that phone and phone home and tell her how much you love her. Oh, baby, you are so powerful. Hey, you have bumps in the right place. Call Shama Zitalama higher. Hey, you begin to mention those curves because you are taking your focus out of the lobby and taking it back home. This is powerful that I'm teaching you, because I'm being real. Because lobby, you will see things you have not seen before. Eye has not seen. Because the devil always has someone in the lobby for you and is lobbying his agenda in the lobby. Stay focused in your marriage. There are things you fell in love with. There are body parts that attracted you. Stay focused on your house. Focus on your children. Focus on your spirituality. Are you getting this, church? You need to remain focused. As a husband and wife, we've got goals. We focus on them. We run with those goals. It's a sign that we are being focused. And you know what? You know what your prayer life will do? You begin to talk to God. God, am I focused on my assignment? Have I lost focus? Show me where I've lost focus. Sometimes God gives you an assignment in Harare. The devil will give you an assignment in Bulawayo. You get it? It's to remove your what? Your focus. If he can remove you from a place of focus, the devil will do it. And even if he has to offer you money to do it, he will do it. Refuse to be taken away from a place of focus. Write this down. Distractions rob you from being the best you can be. Distractions. You must know when distractions come. Also, what will help you to remain focused is you need to understand the season you are in. Are you listening to me? You could be in a season where you are supposed to finish off a lot of things. Understand the season. You are in a season where you've got to remain focused and begin to study. Are you listening to me? Continue to study until you are finished. I want you to pray about this. I must pray about the art of finishing. You are never rewarded just for things you start. If you were, your life would have been on another level. You are rewarded for things you what? You finish. You finish. You've got to finish an assignment, then you can be paid. Finish an assignment, then you can be paid. Nobody eats a half-cooked meal. Don't compare yourselves with other people. You will lose focus. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. My time is up. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Albert, get it for me, please. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Give me verse number 12. He says here in verse number 12, for we dare not class ourselves or compare ourselves with those who commend themselves.
But they measuring themselves by themselves.
Who are those who commend themselves? You see, do you know many things you compare yourselves? You are comparing yourself with what someone told you about themselves, which is not true many of the times. You are comparing yourself with people who commend themselves. Did you get that? Did you get that? Let them do it amongst themselves. Don't be a part of those who are commending themselves by themselves, among themselves. Leave them to themselves. Because in doing that now, you are taking the focus of what you are doing, you're now putting the focus on what others are doing. He says, in doing so, they are not wise. So competition is unwise. Write this down. Focus on doing what God said you should do. What did Paul say? I have run my race, my race, my race. I have finished my course, my course, my course. Therefore is laid up for me a crown. Huh? He stayed in his what? In his lane. He did his course. He ran his. That's being focused. Are you getting it? That's being focused. My calling is not primarily prophetic. Are you listening to me? I am a very good teacher of the word, and I know that. Are you listening to me? So being a teacher of the word, I know that in teaching you have to rebuke. So I can't now put that aside and say, prophesy, Papa. That's not my race. Are you getting it? That's in my field now. Now, in your field, if you're an accounts person, do the accounts well. Make sure the books are balanced well. Now, if you now compare yourself with on marketing, accounts no boha, that's not your role. Are you listening to me? You lose focus. Balance, you're fired. If you get nothing else tonight, get this. Stay in your lane and do your best in that lane. Know what God called you to do. This is powerful. I must know what God called me to do. I must know it. I must understand it. This is what God called me to do, and I must do what God called me to do, and I'll be rewarded by God. You can't claim rewards for other people's assignments. By remaining focused, I do more quicker. I do more quicker. All right? By focus, you stay in the will of God. Did you get that, Melissa? By focus, I stay in the will of God. By focus, I stay in the will of God. Many times when you get out of the will of God, you have lost focus. You have lost focus. When you get out of the will of God, you have lost focus. Somewhere there, you lost focus. Watch out when you have too much time on your hands. You can easily lose focus. Watch out when you have too much money in your hands. You can easily lose focus. Because excess can be an enemy if it is not managed well. I need you to write that down. Excess can be an enemy if it's not managed well. Excess time, excess money, excess resources, excess weight. It's all in the group of excess. If the shoe fits, wear it. I said this before, but I'll say it again. Learn to move past disappointments or you lose focus. You know, during the day you can get some disappointing news. Huh? But that's not the end of the day. There are still other things to be done during that day. Stay focused. Stay focused. If something is not working, you can put it aside and work on other things. Did you get that? Don't get stuck. I cannot stick. But 1 point. Doing too many things is lack of focus. You end up achieving nothing the whole day. You try to do too many things at a time. Two more. Sin is there to make you lose focus. Because sin requires you to put energy into it. Yeah. Sin. You need to put energy, resources, time. Yeah, that drinking spree requires time. Time yekunotenga wawa, time yekunwa, time yekukorewa, time yebabaras. Praise the name of the Lord. So, sin steals your focus. Can you see it? Okay? And is designed to take away your focus. So if you're supposed to produce $10,000 that day, with sin you can produce 3, because the other 7 can be taken away by sin. Finally, write this down. Weaknesses fight your focus. So fight your weakness. Weaknesses fight your focus. So fight your weakness. Treat your weakness as an enemy. Did we get this, church? Treat your weakness as an enemy of your destiny. Let me put it that way. Remember, ultimately, the thing that the devil is fighting is your destiny. Please keep that in mind. The thing the devil is fighting is your destiny. That's what he's fighting. So you've got to be very careful. I pray, lift up your right hand, I pray that from this night, whatever you set your hands to do, may you accomplish it. May you receive enough focus to start and finish. Enough focus to start it and finish it. Be it a book, be it an assignment, be it a contract, be it a job, whatever it is, may you receive grace to finish it. May you stay focused on the relationships that are productive in your life. May God move you away from relationships that are unproductive, relationships that move your focus. Any friends that the devil has planted in your life that make you lose focus, may God move you out of those things in the name of Jesus. May you have a new level of focus even from tonight. May God refocus you. Lift up both your hands. I release that power upon your life. May the heavens refocus you. Tonight, even while you are sleeping, I ask that the Lord would refocus you. May He refocus you, reshape you. May He realign your life. Where your life was not aligned well, where your life was not focused well, may God refocus your life. May you remain focused on what He said for you to do. May you stick in your lane. May you not be involved in what's happening next door. May you involve yourself with your house, for there's enough going on in your house. May God grant you the grace to overpower sin that has come to take away your focus. May you remain focused on what God called you to do. May you be rewarded as you are realigning yourself. May you be rewarded by God. May God reward you. May He increase your strength on your assignments as you are focused. Be blessed by this word. May this word remain with you. May it stick in your life. May you never ever forget this message. And may God use this message to transform your life. You are blessed, church. God bless you. Clap your hands for the Holy Spirit.